Me, hello.
Yeah, I can hear
Nice to see you again. How are you?
you. I think not much.
hmm Okay, and how was your day so far? What did you do today?
I quite tired a little bit, but no problem.
No problem. Okay, and how was your day today? Can you please tell me what did you do today?
Today I went to work every day as usual.
As usual. Very nice. Lovely. Okay, and tomorrow, okay, so what are you going to do tomorrow? Do you have any plans for tomorrow? What are you going to do tomorrow?
Mm, I try to think uh, about my plans more cautiously.
Okay. Are you okay? Is everything okay? You look a little bit sleepy. Is everything okay? You feel a little bit tired. Is everything okay?
No problem, teacher.
Problem. Okay. Okay, so I will share my screen. Okay, so we will start our class. Now we have here a lesson. Do you still remember? Okay, now can you please tell me in this picture, can you please tell me what can you see it? What can you see here in this picture?
Oh, I need.
Mhm. So what can you see here in this picture? Can you please tell me? What can you see it?
I can see some children play together on grass.
Mhm. Okay. And can you please tell me, can you remember what was the thing that you used to do when you were young? Can you remember some things when you were young? Can you please tell me?
When I was young, I when I was a child, I often plays some uh, traditional games with my friends or my neighbors. For example, we we jump on one leg until someone cannot bear, couldn't bear it, and he or she would fail and out of the game. And the second, we often um, play it. Um, we we light on the grass and um,
Mhm.
uh, wait me a minute.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can remember some things that you used to play. Okay, and for example, what games are popular? Okay, in
Uh,
your
mm, uh, Rolling. I remember that we was rolling every day after school.
Mhm.
Um, yes, on the grass, and we could roll uh, um, a lot of time from our school come back to come back to our home.
Mhm.
And yeah, uh, and sometimes mm, we go to we went to the the farm and help with our family to do something. But I think we spend most of time in farm for playing. For example, um, flying a kit.
Mhm. Okay, and yes, that is Nice. Okay. And now, what do you think about nowadays? How children spend time together?
I think that today children often spend uh, children often devote their time um, to playing with their phone or their computers uh, to play electronic games.
Okay. And do you think playing these games is good or bad? What do you think? When do they play these games? Do you think this is good or bad? When they are doing something like that. Do you think this is good or bad? What do you think? Playing
Uh,
computer games. Do you think that can be good or this is something that can be bad? What do you think?
um, um, Besides, um, although some obvious advantages of playing with internet, the internet or online game, but according to me, I think there are much drawbacks uh, outweighed outweighed by there are much drawbacks. Um, it's more than advantages.
Mhm,
I think so because the first I can see that my brother, my young brother,
mhm,
he addicted to his computer game, so he didn't concentrate on studying. As
mhm,
his academic performance was so bad. So he he could only go to uh, a not so good university.
mhm,
Um, as a result, uh, he after graduating, he couldn't find a job. So I think it's not good. Um, and
mhm.
some
Okay.
the second, I think that um, when being addicted to playing electronic game,
Mm,
uh, children don't want to go out with to play with their friends.
mhm,
Uh, so uh, I think uh, their social skills are low, and it's not good for them in the future to do work and to happy themselves in life
mhm. Okay.
uh, uh, themselves. Yes.
Mhm. Okay, so this is something that is not good for future. Okay, now let's take a look here. Okay, now, okay, now this is interesting question. We have here discussion. Okay, can you please read this question in discussion and give me your answer? Can you please read this discussion and give me your answer, please?
Uh, if you could turn back in time, what would you want to change? Why?
Mhm.
Hmm.
So,
If I could turn back my childhood,
mm,
I think that um, maybe I didn't want to change anything. I think my childhood was the best time I have.
mhm. Best time you ever had. Okay, so
Yeah,
that is really nice. Okay, so the best time that you ever had. Okay, so
yeah.
now now let's take a look. Okay, and can you please tell me what is something that you can remember from your childhood and you think, wow, this is amazing, it's nice. What is something that you can do to okay, how can you manage the time to to say, wow, that was really nice and fantastic. I enjoy. Okay, can you please tell me? So.
Yes. Uh, And when I was a child, I study hard, and I think so. I was good at math in my class, and I think so. Um, uh, my teacher always encouraged me, and he proud of me. And when after hard hard studying, I often play with my friends. We have a lot of traditional games. We play everything together, or sometimes we do nothing and chat about our lesson. Uh, Chat and we could discuss about our future, and sometimes we uh, drove our bicycle, and we race together. I think uh, mm, sometimes when we had free time, we went out uh, the farm, and it's very nice, and we can breathe in fresh air. We could breathe. We could breathe uh, uh, in the fresh air, and we can uh, went and ran together and do a lot of things, or cook um, cook
Mm-hmm.
in our farm. Yes, I think we can control our time, and we have no electronic game. So we had a lot of time for studying, and a lot of time for playing together, and reading books. So I think that I like the ways we live.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have here, do you know these things? Okay, can you please tell me, do you know some of these things? Can you please tell me? In the picture, let's say number one, what is this? What can you see here?
I
Mm,
can see. I think that it's a computer, but it's in old computer.
It's an old computer. Okay, and
It's quite old,
okay, and did you ever had a computer like
and
this? Did you ever had, for example, computer like this when you were young? Can you please tell me? So did you ever had a computer?
I yes, I have I have ever had uh, a computer like it. I think so when I was in I maybe the third student, my father bought it for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what do you think about these computers? Okay, I remember when I was
I
young
think it's
that.
quite
Yes, yes, please.
yes. I I think it's quite good. It's quite enough function, and it's easy to type. And I can practice typing on uh, some software, for example, Word or Excel, or some things, and it was quite useful for me when I go to work.
Okay, great. Okay, very nice. And picture number two. Okay, so okay, let's say this is picture number two. So what can you see here in this picture number two? Can you please tell me what can you see it?
I can see maybe a laptop. It's a modern computer. It maybe it's quite small, and it's lighter, and it's we can bring it to go everywhere.
Okay. And do you like this laptop like this? Do you like this laptop? Can you please tell me?
Yes, yes, sure. Because it's very convenient, and I can work or listen to music everywhere.
Okay, very nice. That was really nice. Okay, and in this picture, okay, number 3, what can you see here? Can you please tell me what what is something that you can see in the picture number 3? Can you please tell me what can you see in the picture
I
number 3?
I can see two maybe one actor and actress. They are performing um, together. I think it's a uh, traditional maybe in Vietnamese.
Okay, and what do you think about this dance? What is your opinion, for example, about this dance? Is this tradition, is it good, bad? What do you think? What is your opinion about this dance? When you, for example, see this dance, what is your opinion about this? Can you please tell me?
Mm, I think I think it's good because it's one part of our culture, and when we uh, we see it, we can we can understand more about um, our history, and
Mm-hmm.
we can we can listen Vietnamese music.
Okay, very nice. That was really nice. And picture number 4, can you please tell me what can you see here in picture number 4?
In picture number 4, I think maybe the modern music and a lot of young people dancing together. Yeah.
Okay, and what do you prefer? Do you prefer this traditional things, or do you prefer, for example, this on the picture number 3? What is something that you prefer? Can you please tell me?
I think I'm easy influence um, on another people around me. So when my friend or my family members like this one traditional or modern, I I will follow them, and I like all of it.
All of these things.
Yes,
hmm Okay,
obviously.
that was really nice and really good to hear. Okay, now let's see. Okay, and we have here these 2 pictures. Okay, just okay. Let's okay. What can you see in this picture number 1? What can you see it? Can you please tell me? What is
Uh,
something that you can see it?
I can see a lot of a lot high of mm, modern mode.
hmm
Yeah, some
Okay,
uh,
and
maybe
hmm and what do you think? I want to ask you, what do you think about this type of the this type of the clothes? What type of the clothes you do you usually like to wear? Can you please tell me
uh,
what type of the clothes do you
I
usually? hmm
I I often like um, beautiful dress, um, but I only like it when I see the other um, wearing it. Maybe is someone is wearing it because I want to wear the casual clothes because because I feel that it's more comfortable.
Okay, so it's more comfortable to wear it. Okay, and these pictures. Okay, so we have here these pictures, and how about this about children? Can you please tell me what do you think about these pictures? Where are the children? What do you think about this? Can you please tell me?
I think that they don't. they don't concentrate on what they are wearing. They only want something is comfortable for them. I think maybe like me, and they often concentrate on play together.
Hmm. Okay, and which do you prefer? They are playing here with marbles in the picture number one, and here they are playing computer games. Which do you think it's much better, to playing computer games or to playing with marbles? So what is
Uh,
something that you
I
think is do you think it's better to play? So what do you think? Which one do you
I
think? Which
I
one do you
think
prefer?
I believe I have a preference for the picture picture one over picture two because I think it's children have interact with each other and they can learn from the other and they can they will be more socialized uh, and I think uh, they uh, they will have a lot of skill for surviving or calculating or something when they play together. I don't want to concentrate on playing um, computer game
Mhm,
because I think it's the first as I say I think that it's not socialized and I think that someone where is so uh, addicted on electronic game, he will be more selfish. I
mhm,
think it's not good. Yeah, and
mhm,
the second thing, I think they he will not concentrate on studying or playing with their friends, and um, it's not good for them when for him when he's start working. Uh, and the last uh, uh, the last reason that I think that um, when addicted something um, such as the computer game, I think they when they will have a low academic performance results in the school.
mhm.
Yeah,
Okay, now let's take a look. Okay, so this is much better. Embarrassing. Okay, so what is something that can be embarrassing for you?
um, I I am often embarrassing maybe. I think so when I don't um when I have not enough knowledge subject for one subject pupil they are talking about it so I think that I'm not confident so I'm embarrassing.
Mhm. Okay, okay, and what can be embarrassed for other people? What is something that is embarrassed for other people? Can you please tell me what is embarrassing for other people? Can you please tell me?
Mm, I think everyone can be impressing when they can get maybe they don't want uh, people see the for example when I dress a sexy I wear a sexy dress and I don't want my mother or father to see it. But when they see it, when they saw it, I think that I was embarrassing. Maybe, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other people have the same emotion.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, very nice. Now let's take a look. Okay, and can you try to make a sentence with word embarrassing?
Uh, I often embarrassing. I am often embarrassing for some things that I don't. I don't. I want to keep secret, but someone discover it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now let's take a look. Okay, drop out. Okay, drop out. Okay, now can you please tell me what can you see here in this picture?
I see the graduated hat.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and drop out from school, drop out from of college. What do you think? Is it good to drop out from college?
Uh, I think it's often not good, but sometimes it's good. For example, I know that a lot of famous people they dropped out their university. For example, Bill Gates, Newton, and some other famous. So I think they depends on their choice. If sometimes the school cannot have enough knowledge for them, but for usual, I think that it's not good for most of people. When we drop out of the university, we can I think when someone drop out of he or she university, um, uh, he his his her university, I think he or she uh, will have not enough they won't have a degree, and it's difficult for them to find a job, maybe.
Mm-hmm. It's difficult to find a job. Okay, now let's see. Mm-hmm. Record collection. Okay, did you ever collect this? Do you have a collection of these records?
Mm, I often have to record the um, collection when when I study English. My teacher often uh, say me to record my voice to listen again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now let's take a look. Okay, can you make a sentence with record collection? Use word record collection.
Uh, yeah, I um, the musician often does record collection when they have a new thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very nice. Now let's take a look. Okay, and what music you like to listen? Can you please tell me what music you like to listen?
Uh, I often like to maybe smooth music
Mm-hmm. And why? Can you please tell me why?
uh, because I think that it's suitable for my character. So I'm introvert person, so I don't want something no, so noisy, such as rap or pop.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now let's take a look. Okay. This mark. Okay, can you please tell me what can you see in this picture?
Uh,
What can you
I,
see?
I, I think that I can see the mark on the man's hand.
And what do you think? What happened? What
I
happened?
think I think
Mhm.
maybe in the past he was hurt by something. Maybe.
Mhm. Okay, now let's see. And I want to ask you, can you please tell me, okay, do you have any marks? For example, I have when I was young, I fall down on my head, and okay, you cannot see, but I have mark on my head. How about you? Do you have any marks? Hmm?
I think that I can I cannot calculate how many marks on my body because when I was a child, I was so lucky, uh, and I often uh, I I often jump from the window to drop on the floor.
Hmm.
So I have a lot of marks.
Okay, very nice. Now let's take a look here. Okay, we have here this word. Okay, do you know what is the meaning of this word?
Yes, I know.
Mhm.
Experience.
Experience. Okay, so we have here experience. Can you please tell me, okay, about your experience? What do you think is experience important in your opinion? What do you think is experience important?
I think every experience in our life are very important for us because we can learn from every experience, uh, uh, although it's a win or fail.
Mhm. Okay, and why experience, for example, in your job is important? Why?
Mm, I think it's important for myself because I when I had a mistake, I can I had it's also meaning that I had a good experience and the next time um, I will not do the same mistake.
Okay, you will not make the same mistake. And can you try to make a sentence with word experience? Use word experience and make a sentence. Can you try to do that for me, please?
Uh, I I have experienced bad conditions in my job. Yes, uh, I hired uh, an agent to advise to advertise our Facebook. But I don't know they how they did it. They now my fan page was not active.
Mhm. It's not active. Okay, very nice. Now, hippie. So this is interesting. Okay, now can you
Yeah,
please tell
yes.
me what can you see here in this picture? What can you see?
I can see the hippie size in uh, 60 decade
Hmm.
in the
Okay,
60 yeah.
okay, and what do you think about hippies? Okay, what is your opinion? For example, in Western countries, there were a lot of hippies. So, what do you think about hippies in your country?
Uh, I think that I have no experience about hippie because was not born in that time.
Hmm. Okay, and what is something? What type of the music? Okay, you were listening when you were child. Can you remember what type of the music did you listen when you were young? Can you please tell me?
I think at that time we have no radio and maybe we have only a white black and white TV because my uncle he was an engineering
Hmm.
and engineer and he repaired it from um, the the old one. And I remember that we could only see mm, some football match on it.
Some football
Yeah,
match on it. Okay, so yes, this
yeah,
is some. Okay, that is something that is really nice. Now let's take a look. Okay, so we made sentences. Okay, so I used to live in Canada. Now, can you please read these three examples? Okay, we have here these three examples. Can you please read these three examples for me?
yeah.
Mhm.
I used to live in Canada
Canada,
when I was a
Canada,
Canada,
Canada. Mhm.
Canada, Canada. I was live in Canada when I was a child.
When I was a
I
child.
used to walk to school when I was younger,
Mhm,
a child.
mhm.
I used to play tennis at my university.
I used to play tennis. Okay, when you were young, can you please tell me what is something that you used to do when you were young? Can you please tell me what is something that you used to do when you were young? Can you please tell me?
I, I, I used to study until 2 a.m. Morning
Mm-hmm. Okay,
when I was young. Yeah.
when you were young. Okay, now and how about some other some sports? Did you used to play some sports when you were young? Can you please tell me?
Uh, uh, I used to play maybe jumping with my friend when I was a child.
Jumping. Okay, very nice. Now, that was really good. Now, let's take a look. Okay, work with your teacher. Okay, so we have here something that we used to do. Okay, when you used to be a girl, for example, 20 years ago, can you please tell me what you used to do 20 years ago? Can you please tell me?
When 20 years ago, when wait me a minute. I think when I was the first maybe I was a student. I I used to go to school, go to university every day, and um, sometimes I used to play basketball with my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and after after school, I used to go to supermarket because I lived with my old and my young brother, and I had to cook for them. And I also used to watch their clothes every day.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is something that you used to do. Now let's see. Okay, this. Okay. Now you will hear Sarah and Bill talking about their lives. They were 20 years old. Okay, can you compare, for example, I want you to compare, for example, in nowadays, what is happening in nowadays and 20 years ago. What is something that is the same? What is something that is the same? And what is the difference when you compare now and 20 years ago? Can you please tell me? What
I
can be the same and what is something that is different?
I think
Different, sorry, different.
yeah different. Uh, maybe I 20 years ago I I cook for my father and now I cook for my children. I,
Okay.
yeah. And 20 years ago, I used to go to university every day. Now Uh, I often go to work every day
Mm-hmm.
to earn money. 20 years ago, I used to live, rely on my parents, and now I have to feed my children.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is the difference. Okay, difference comparing to you and okay, what you used to do before and what is something that you are doing now. Okay, very nice. And now, can you compare, for example, your children now and what do they used to do when they were, for example, younger? Can you compare, for example,
Uh,
something that mhm, you're
for childhood, when I was a child, I had no computer, so I didn't used to play uh, games.
mhm,
Uh, yes, but nowadays, my children, uh, I think they always glued their eyes to their phone or their computer.
mhm,
Anytime when I don't look at them, they always uh, do that.
mhm,
And when I was a child, I often uh, I used to read the paper book, but
mhm,
now they have Amazon book. It's a machine, so they can. It's easy for them to find any book from only a small machine book.
mhm. Okay, so it's quite different. Now, at age 20, I wear flower in here. Okay. Now, can you compare, for example, I want you to compare about, let's say, your clothes. What you used to wear when you were young, and what are you wearing now? Can you compare a little bit your clothes? Okay. Can you try to do that? Compare your clothes. What is something that you wear now and clothes when you were young? Can you compare?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Uh, when I uh, when I was young,
mm-hmm,
I um, I often play some tradi. I used to play traditional game with my friends, and now when I have free time, I often play with my children, or uh, I used to go to coffee with my friend. Uh, when I was young, I only I think that I often I used to play the basketball with my friend. And now I I often go for walk every night because um, we are both very busy now.
mm-hmm,
So I have to do exercise myself.
mm-hmm. Okay, so you have to do your exercise. Now let's take a look here. Okay, now I want to ask you. Okay, let's listen to your teacher. Okay, we have Henry and Amy here. Okay, can you please read this text?
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing? I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking at
Okay,
some.
okay, okay. I will start. Yeah, I'm Henry, and you will be Amy. Hey, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
okay. Yeah,
Mhm,
okay. Um, I'm I'm looking at some old photos of my of me and my friends.
mhm. Oh, can I take a look? Amazing. Did you get in the graduation ceremony?
Yes, do you know where I am in the picture? Haha. Uh, I look totally different in these photos.
Let me guess. Are you a girl who wear glasses and had a long brown hair?
No, it wasn't me. I was like to her. I was thin, tall, and had short hair.
What? No way. You told me that. You hated your short hair, didn't you?
Yes, it's true. But I used to play in a rock band at my school. I played guitar, so I decided to have my hair cut.
Mhm. You're kidding me. Which band did you join? Night Owl? Okay, continue. We have
Yeah.
here. Yes, do
Yes,
you?
yes. Do you know about it?
Okay. Now, oh my God, I do. I really like your band. Do you still play in it? Do you still play in it?
Hmm. I didn't have enough time to play when I had my first job.
Mhm. I see. What a pity. But you still play guitar now, don't you?
Sometimes in my free time.
Mhm. Okay. Can you teach me how to play guitar, Amy?
Why not? What about tomorrow?
Sure, I look forward to it. Okay, do you know to play some instruments? Can you please tell me, do you know to play some of the instruments?
Uh, some of oh,
So,
when I was young, I uh, I used to play guitar.
no, you used to play guitar when you were young,
Yeah,
and really?
yeah.
Oh, really interesting. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know about this. Ah, very nice. And how was it? Did you enjoy? Did you like it? How was it?
I think it's quite good. I think that I often like romantic guitar,
Mhm.
so I try to play it.
Oh, very nice, very nice. I didn't know about this, but wow, amazing. Okay, this is really amazing and fantastic. Okay, okay, very nice. Now, okay, and can you please tell me something? I want to ask you about your hobbies when you were young. Can you please tell me about your hobbies when you were young? Did you play some instruments? What did you do when you were young? Can you please tell me?
Uh, when I was young, I often I used to play guitar until my my first love was broken.
Ah, okay. And what type of the music did you listen to? Okay, did you listen some type different types of the music? Can you please tell me what type of the music did you listen to when you were young?
When I was young, I often like mm, you don't know about him. Maybe he is a Vietnamese musician. His name is Trịnh Công Sơn.
Oh, I didn't know about this. Okay, and how about English music? Did you listen some English music? Did you ever play some English
Uh,
instruments?
uh, yes, I think that I will try to play it because this time I was so busy. So I think maybe some years recently that I didn't play it.
You didn't play it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's see. Okay, now can you please okay. Can you please read the question number one and give me your answer? Can you please read the question and give me your answer?
What did you usually what did you used to do when you were young?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah. I when I was young, I often get up early because I used to go to school every day, and my school was far from my home. It takes me 1 hour to go by bicycle, uh, and I um I used to read the books overnight. I think that I was interested in reading books.
Okay. Now, okay, can you tell me an event in the past that you remember the most? Can you remember the event um, from the past that you can remember? Do you know some events that you can remember? Something that.
Event.
Mm,
I remember when I was young, I was so good at math. So uh, every month, my school have a competition to and I I often took the best results. And I remember one time my teacher gave me uh, maybe three three times uh, 10 boys 10 boys for 1 month. So he encouraged me a lot in my life, and I because I was proud of me, and I think that I was good at math. I could do everything, but it's not true. But I think that it's encouraged me for some bad condition in my life. Um, when I have a experience when I experience some bad condition, it helped me to overcome.
Oh, to help me to, okay, it's helped you to overcome the obstacles. Okay, now, can you please tell me how was the past different from now? Okay, can you please tell me how was the past different from now?
Mm, I think that it's a very different from the past to now. For because the world is changing very fast, and uh, the modern technologies uh, is updating every day. So children nowadays they can catch up with uh, the news the new and uh, everything news in the future, and they can contact with the, their friends everywhere in the world. I think it's very different from when I was young. When at that time there was we can only play with some neighbor friends or some classmates. So I think that nowadays there are some disadvantage, but if parents and school uh, know how to teach the children uh, to tend to concentrate on something. I think it's good for them because there are a lot of opportunity for them to learn nowadays.
In nowadays, okay, very nice. If you could turn back time, what would you want to change? Okay, would you like to change something from your past? If you could
Uh,
back time, would you like to
uh,
change?
I think I when I can came back, I can come back in my childhood. I think maybe I will play more not concentrate on math.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay, very
because
nice.
I think because when I was young, I think the math is so important. But when I go to work, I think that it's not so important, and social life is more important.
It can be more important. Okay, very nice. Okay, so what have you learned today? Okay, we learned a lot of interesting things. It's much interesting, a more interesting lesson than we used to do in previous days. Okay, now I want to ask you, do you have any questions for me about today's class? Do you have any questions?
No question, teacher.
Okay, very nice. Okay, so we will continue on Wednesday. Is that right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we will have another class on Wednesday. I will let you know. Just I want to be sure. Okay, I will let you know. I have my schedule here. Okay, we can do on Wednesday if you want. Okay, this is the 1st February. We can do our class if you want at 9 p.m. Is this okay with you to have a class at 9 p.m.?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, 9 p.m. Just to make note here, 9 p.m. on Wednesday. Okay, very nice. Okay, now I have to go, but I definitely want to see you next time, and I wish you a good night. I know it's late in your country right now.
Yeah, thank you, teacher. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.